Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Pakadash. And the Heavenly Father, the true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Ba'Shem, in the name of Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashon Kadash Long Tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders, Wa'akim Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. Out here on the highways and hedges, the Chief has a concourse on this September 22nd. On this Sunday morning, and to Wadi Habashim Yahshua, as always, for giving us the opportunity and chance to come out here to do so. Open up the names of the Hawaii Yahshua. You know, as we get into that Jeremiah 28, verse 28, we're prophesying against great countries and great kingdoms of war, and pestilence, and we're occupying in prophecies as well, too. As we've seen yesterday, you had a huge barrage of missiles on both sides, from the side from Lebanon, and the continued increase in response of that walkie-talkie explosion, of that beeper displacement explosion, and we seeing that like the scripture says, wars and rumors of wars are heating up. So we're going to continue to see escalations are heating up over there, the borders of Lebanon and Israel, especially the pro-Iranian groups. The pro-Iranian groups of Hezbollah definitely been intensifying on both sides. Keep this in mind, this is within the last day or so. You had, I believe, the leader of Hezbollah over there in Lebanon. He made that announcement that he's going to continue to promise to use increasing heavy airstrikes against, the Israel Defense Force, which we've been seeing. I believe this is like the 351st day of this war in, over there in the Middle East, Western Asia. Been heating up ever since then. So it's almost getting to a full year now ever since that war took place, ever since that October 7th incident. So hey, these wars and rumors of wars is definitely going to be heating up. And just like I mentioned again, that Iran versus Israel situation is going to continue to intensify. This is where we're out here prophesying against great countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence. See if I can be able to bring up that Jeremiah 28 verse 8. Hopefully I can cover my phone while it's raining. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring up that Matthew 24 verse 6. And this is Salakia. No, I'm not trying to I'm trying to enter the internet. I'm trying to bring up the scriptures. This is Matthew 24 and verse 6, and reads Salakia. Yeah, Matthew 24 verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, so we're going to be seeing these phone moving itself because it's raining out here, so it's lucky for that. This is Matthew 24. That's Matthew 25. That's the wrong script. This is Matthew 24 and Salaki. Phone trip. Trip. That's plugged up. Oh, come on, man. Salakia. Oh, man. Hopefully I can bring out the scripture. And like the scripture says, increasing wars and rumors of wars. Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Like I mentioned, as we've been mentioning in previous times, you see what's going on over there in the South China Sea. We seeing China versus Taiwan. That's heating up. These is increasing escalation of these wars and rumors of wars. Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Because in the last days, you're going to have one nation rising up against another nation. You're going to have a nation within themselves rising up against one another. They're going to have one nation rising up against another nation. They're going to have one kingdom rising up against another kingdom. Then there's going to be a kingdom within itself being divided. We seeing Edomites of nations are being divided. We seeing Edomites of war, from a war perspective, being divided. We seeing Edomites from an economic perspective being divided. So we're going to continue to see all this increasing great seditions and uprisings and the uproars of war in the war among the nations. And that's what we are seeing, And just like that scripture says, Luke 21 and verse 25, the stress of nations will perplex you and the seas rage ruin. And that's what we are seeing. We're going to be seeing that, and we're going to be seeing that increasing more and more in these last days. So this is what we continue out here to prophesy about war, evil, and a pestilence. So just like it says in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, hey, sedition among men invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes in the course of their action. And that's what we are seeing. Hey, great seditions is only going to increase. Uprises, uproars, and people in the world. And this is what we out here prophesying about: war, evil, and a pestilence. So these war, evil, and a pestilence is going to continue to increase in our world today. And this is what we are seeing. Especially with this central digital bank currency, as we've been seeing the nations moving forward towards they are in that CBDC, central digital bank currency processing phases. As we're seeing over there in the UK, they are in the processing stages of the increasing of the CBDC phase. We see in Russia, I believe, starting in 2025, they're going to start the new phase of this rubies. That shows you that the pushing of more of this central digital bank currency. Just like we touched on like a couple of days ago, you had first it was like 134 countries. They are in the processing of the CBDC phase. It went from 134 all the way into like 153, if I'm not mistaken. So we seeing the countries are more leaning towards the full processing of this central digital bank currency, of this cashless society in order to buy or sell. This is what we're entering into. So this is what we out here prophesying about: war, evil, and a pestilence. So like in Revelation 13, verse 16 to verse 18, it calls all, both small and great, rich or poor, free or bond, to receive that prerogative that they want you to store in the upper part of your body, the right part of your body, in order to buy or sell. And this is what we're pushing for. That's why we're seeing all the nations are getting closer and closer to the increasing full processing stages of this CBDC phase. As we've been doing sit-down lessons that have been mentioned, of all these countries are getting closer and closer to this central digital bank currency. It's going to come into full effect. Now we're seeing a couple of countries, name a few, like Brazil, Jamaica, and more and other countries as well too. They already in the process stages. They already begun the central digital bank currency. All the other countries, they're going to follow that lead as well too. Because there was a statistic poll that came out like a couple of days ago of a news article that I seen that like 134% of countries is going to be fully leaning towards. That's going to be part of the global economy with the central digital bank currency. Because the paper dollar, that's going to be the thing of the past, even though the paper dollar still got value right now. But over the years, and as of recently, we've been seeing the value of the downfall, the increasing decline of the use of the paper dollar, because everything is digital nowadays. Just like I would say, like 2 months ago, it's like 2.5 months ago, you had that test run of that blackout, like those. The medical service was down, the airports was down, the businesses and the companies was down. Imagine that when that time of that time of Jacob's trouble, in the time of the famine of the word, you won't be able to buy or sell, and you won't be able to function in society because everything is going to be digital, because it makes perfect sense. Especially when Elon Musk came with that Neuralink, he's been coming with more increasing alternatives or ways of functioning in the society. Because they kind of look at that as a health, as a health expertise, like a health thing that'll be able to help you. But soon to come, they're gonna try to entice you with that and trying to, because Esau Edom with his smooth words. His words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. And that's what he's coming down with great wrath, because he had but a short time to rule. But we definitely seeing this central digital bank currency is only going to continue to increase. And we seeing, like I mentioned again, countless of times, and we seeing these businesses, we seeing these businesses and these companies and these CEOs, they're leaning towards, and they are leaning towards this cryptocurrency, because they're going to use all the alternatives of digital currency as well too. Not just only the central digital bank currency, not just only the digital dollar. They're going to be using Bitcoin. They're going to be using Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Just like we mentioned that yesterday, you had Louisiana. I believe they was the first ever state to fully implement this cryptocurrency, either Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, if I'm not mistaken. So that shows you that we seeing all the nations are pushing towards the central digital bank currency, even though they have divisions amongst one another. Even though you're going to have different mixed reactions, especially over here in North America. Because not too long ago, I said like a month and a half ago, you had the representations over there in North Carolina. They tried to override. They tried to, decline the pushing of the central digital bank currency of this digital dollar. But a prime example, Louisiana was the first state to fully implementing this Bitcoin, either cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, of that news article that just came out. So, and that lets you know what more to come. And that shows you that more signs right there. Hey, they getting closer and closer to this, the full mandatory and the full implementation of this RFID and the CHIP of this MOTB under this BEAST system. In order to buy or sell, hey, you gotta have that cooperative. And this is what they're pushing for. As you're seeing, all the nations are leaning toward this cashless society. So we're going to be seeing more CBDC trials, phases, as they're getting closer and closer to the increase in pushing of the processing of this central digital bank currency in order to buy or sell. And this is what they're pushing for, Like it says in Revelation 13, verse 16 through verse 18. And at Revelation 3 and verse 10, that our temptations are going to come into play. So in order for you to buy or sell, this is what they're pushing for. This central digital bank currency of this cashless society. Like I mentioned again, hey, that's why we're seeing all these businesses, these companies, and these CEOs. This is what they're pushing for. I believe, I forgot one country it was, that they're pushing forth this central digital bank currency, so it can have a consumer to use this digital currency phase. So they could be able to help them out and make it more easier, convenient for them. Just like over there in a couple of months, I would say like a month and a half ago, over there in Thailand, they had offer money, because their money paper is kind of different, in digital currency. I forgot the name of it, but in these different countries, they have different currencies and different plans and different options and stuff like that. Especially with the alternatives of these digital payments and stuff like that. Over there in Thailand, they had enticed the people. Eat Moab. They'll follow anything, anything that'll benefit them financially. Financially. But Moab. They'll follow anybody. They'll follow Esau, Edom. They'll follow anybody. But I believe they pushed forth that central digital bank currency. They had, I believe, because it was like the low income, low income Moabites over there, and they was pushing forward for the processing stages of this central digital bank currency. But that just shows you that increase in crime examples, throughout the past couple of years as of recent. And this is what they're pushing for of this central digital bank currency, because this is going to be the new form of currency in order to buy or sell. And this is what we're prophesying more and more and more. The pushing and the full implementation of this central digital bank currency of this cashless society. But this is going to be a time where, in order to buy or sell, hey, you're going to have that RFID and the CHIP that they want you to store in your body in order to buy or sell. And this is what we continue increasingly out here prophesying about this increasing of this central digital bank currency. And this is going to be a major prophecy that's about to come to pass and be fulfilled. So this is what we're out here prophesying about more and more and more, increasingly. That's why we're occupying the prophecies, like it says in Sirach 39 and verse 1. And that's a prime example of the increase of these businesses and these companies and these corporations. Just like the article came out, like I mentioned before previously, and you have 134 countries are in the processing stages. That's going to lead to like 98% of the global economy of this new central digital bank currency. Because like everything's digital nowadays, So that shows you that, hey, we're leaning more and more towards the paper dollar is going to be the thing in the past, as we see in processing stages of that. And the nations are following that lead, just like the BRICS nations. They're going to come with their new form of currency with this gold-backed currency. We see in Russia, they're going to launch that 2025 of this rubles. Just keep this in mind. I would say like 2 months ago, you had Russia, Vladimir Putin. He was at I believe he was at some type of conference that he's saying he's gonna automatically push of this central digital bank currency. And I believe other countries, I believe they had some type of meeting. You had like these European countries. If I'm not mistaken, the news article that was like came out like a couple of weeks ago, you had these European countries that they had like a press conference, and they was in the test run of the central digital bank currency of this CBDC phase. That shows you more and more of the nations are further pushing more and more, leading towards either it's a cryptocurrency, either it's Bitcoin, or this different alternative of the gold and silver. Because that's going to be the form of currency. If it's a digital dollar, digital ID, digital wallet, digital currency, this is going to be the new form of currency. And the pushing of this RFID and the CHIP, that's going to be a new form of currency in order to buy or sell. So this is what we continue out here prophesying about, prophesying against great countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence. And we're prophesying of this major prophecy that's about to come to pass and be fulfilled of this central digital bank currency. So like I mentioned again, we seeing the increasing of these countries, these businesses, these companies, these corporations, and these CEOs and these leaders, your modern day kings of the earth. They're going to be leading towards this caste society. As you see in the nations, they follow the ways of the BRICS nations, that they're turning away from the paper dollar. They're turning away from the EU dollar and the paper and American dollar as well too. So they're turning away from the petrol dollar. They're turning away from the EU dollar as well too. So this is going to be the new form of currency in order to buy or sell. And this is what they're pushing for. And we're going to see the increasing of the implementation of this central digital bank currency. And this is what they're pushing for. This is going to be a way in order for you to buy or sell. So if you're upper class and lower class of the economic spectrum, this is what they're pushing for in order to buy or sell. Because this is going to be the new form of currency. So in order to buy or sell, you got to have that technology that they want you to store in your body. And this is what they're pushing for, So if you don't got that RFID and the CHIP of this cashless society, of this contactless fast payment society, which we're seeing increasing more and more, is involving more, and it's increasing due to the the modern day technology, because everything is digital nowadays. Now we know like the digital pay, the digital wallet of the digital, what's your wallet, you scan your dollar, you scan your wallet and it's automatically paid, with the Google Pay and all that. But this time they're gonna have it where when you use your right hand of the right palm of your hand in order to buy or sell. So it's already here. They just wait for it to give it a full green light. Esau Edom is waiting for it to give it a full green light so it can make it fully 100% pure mandatory in order to buy or sell as we get into those stages. So like I mentioned again, you got these 134 countries. It went from 134 countries to like 158 countries. And that's going to be, like I mentioned again, that statistic, 98% of that's going to be part of the global economy. Because as we see in the nations turning away from the paper dollar of this new form of currency in order to buy or sell, this is what they're pushing for. And this is what we're out here prophesying about more and more. The full pushing of this central digital bank currency of this cashless society. And especially just like Jeremiah 28 verse 8, especially the categories of the wars, that's only going to continue to increase. Like I mentioned again, it was heating up over there yesterday. Because like day before yesterday, over there in Western Asia, and you had 1,000 rockets was on standby from Lebanon. They was like, shit, we're gonna launch 1,000. We're gonna launch 1,000 rockets over there. And I believe a lot of those missiles was intercepted. And I believe the Israel Defense Force, they destroyed most of those 1,000 missiles. And then I believe you had like 150 rockets was launched over there yesterday. And then another additional 450 missiles was launched from Hezbollah. So it's really intensifying up over there in that area, over there in Valley Jehoshaphat, Yahushua. Like it says in Joel, the 3rd chapter, the Heavenly Father is continually, increasingly gathering the nations up over there and putting them in that warlike mindset, and that's what we're seeing. So it's going to continue to intensify over there. So we're going to be seeing increasing heavy blows and heavy losses and heavy casualties and heavy injuries. Men, women, and children, they're going to get involved in that. Innocent lives is going to be at stake. We're going to be seeing that increasing more and more. So, like we've been mentioning again countless of times, so that Israel, So that Israeli-Lebanon situation, hey, the cross borders of Lebanon and Israel, hey, is going to continue to intensify. And that's what we're seeing. Hey, wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And then, just like a couple of days ago, hey, I believe like for the past 3 or 4 days within the last week, hey, we've been seeing North Korea. They launched another missile, and it was fully equipped with a large super warhead. That shows you that hey, North Korea is still intensifying in that warlike ready mindset, you know. So that shows you that what's taking place over there in Korean Peninsula. Because you had North Korea, they shot like 2 short-range ballistic missiles, and then a day later they shot multiple rounds of missiles, and then their largest one, they shot a large missile with a large super nuclear warhead. Hey, so that shows you that they've been consistently firing off missiles over there in the eastern shores of Japan, testing off their missiles, you know. And they've been having those Ammonites, those citizens over there, they've been kind of shook, you know. That shows you that, hey, that shows you that North Korea, you know, they are in that increasing warlike ready mindset, and that's what we're seeing, you know. And that goes into that wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. You know, like it says in Matthew 24, verse 6. Yahweh Shai, speaking in red letter, hey, in these last days you should hear of wars and rumors of wars. Just like Yahweh Shai spoke to the disciples, saying this is going to occur, you know, he spoke to them during their times. He spoke to our, you know, our forefathers, our disciples. I mean, forefathers of the disciples, you know, and then that been passed on down to generations. So now we're seeing it coming to full effect, and we're seeing it increasing more and more and more. Hey, so these wars are definitely intensifying. So what's taking place over there in, you know, so what's taking place over there in the borders of Lebanon and Israel, and it's going to continue to increase. That situation between Iran and Israel, like I mentioned before, is going to continue to heat up. So this is what we're increasingly out here prophesying about war, evil, and pestilence. Like I want to get back and mention to the wars again, and we're seeing what's taking place over there in the Red Sea. We're seeing Great Britain, the United States, and the Israel Defense Force of those increasing coalition forces going against the United States. I mean, yeah, going against the Hezbollah. I mean, the Houthi rebels, which is an Iranian-backed group, and we're going to continue to see that increasing, you know, especially what's taking place over there in the Red Sea, like I mentioned before. Over there in the Gulf of Eden, over there in Jacob, like former basketball player David West. Yeah, so hey, we seeing what's heating up over there, especially over there throughout parts of the Arabian Sea, the Gulf of Eden, the Red Sea, hey, throughout that whole region of Western Asia. It's only going to continue to intensify, and this is what we out here prophesying about: war, evil, and pestilence. And what's taking place in that Azerbaijan-Armenia situation, that's going to escalate back up once again. Because I believe like 2 months ago, you had representations from either Azerbaijan or Armenia. They had warned about that they're going to deploy more troops over there in that area, you know, because they've been having increasing protests about trying to claim of different parts over there in land, over there in Azerbaijan-Armenia borders. So that's only going to continue to increase, even though it's been cooled down, because they've been having, you know, those Russian peacekeepers and the other allies that's backed by Russia to calm the tensions down, but it's gonna escalate right back up, you know. So, you know, even though tensions are calmed down, but it's gonna escalate right back up. Because, you know, the Heavenly Father, he's a man of war. You know, the Heavenly Father, he loves to entice war amongst these nations, because he's doing it for his people. Like it says in Joel 3rd chapter, because he's gathered the nations up over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, because he's pleading with them. You know, the Heavenly Father pleading with them to judge them. That's what goes pleading to judge these nations. That's why he slowly but surely gathered the nations up over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shabbat. So, hey, we're definitely gonna continue to see intensifying over there in that area. And that Russia-Ukraine situation, hey, you had it I believe it's like 2 days ago. You had Ukraine largest drone strike. They had I believe it's from Jason A, you know, because he do good videos and stuff like that. It had like it was a large drone strike that kind of looked like an earthquake, like a mushroom cloud, you know. But hey, that shows you that hey, these wars and rumors of wars is only going to continue to intensify, and these are the times that we're living in. This is only going to continue to increase. So that Russia-Ukraine situation is only going to continue to intensify. And keep this in mind, I would say, like within the last couple of days or so, you had Russia sent that nuclear warning to NATO if Ukraine allies of NATO and the United States as well too. Vladimir Putin stated a couple of days ago that if the Ukrainian-backed allies of NATO and the Western countries, and Vladimir Putin said if they deploy and make an approval of those long-range missiles, it's going to be harsh consequences for the Western countries. For the Western countries, that's included the United States and NATO as well too, and anybody that's backed by that's backed by pro-Iranians. Hey, so just like Vladimir Putin been sending those multiple times of nuclear World War III warnings towards the United States. Hey, they keep on sending warnings and warnings and warnings. That shows you that Russia is in that serious mindset. Just like it says in Ezekiel 38 verse 4. And I will turn you back and put this into thy jaws. And I will bring you forth with all the army, force of horsemen, all of them forth with source of the army, even in companies of buckler shields. Hey, so Russia is in that warlike mindset, and you're going to continue to see that increasing in these last days. Hey, so that shows you that EU versus NATO, that's going to rise up, and we're going to see NATO versus Russia. The whole Western countries going against Russia. But you got Belarus and Russia. And keep this in mind, I would say like within like a month and a half ago, you had because Belarus and Russia, former Soviet members, they increasing allies, economic allies, and war cooperation allies as well too. Because you had Belarus recently, not too far from the Ukrainian borders, they had recently deployed some tanks over there and troops over there in that area to do a military exercise drill. And then you had Ukraine. So Belarus, they have violated their space over there, the borders over there in that area, not too far from the Ukrainian border. So that shows you that, hey, it's only going to heat up, And then you had, I believe it's, and then there was another news article within that same last month about Belarus deploying more troops to aid and assist those their allies, the Russians, And keep this in mind, recently, a couple of months back, you had Russia recently approved, which is previously that they approved to send missiles and their nuclear capability over there to Belarus to continue building up their military training. But you had Belarus was training their they was using their soldiers to use Russians' nuclear capability. So recently, Vladimir Putin made that announcement over there, a couple of months back, which is previously that he previously announced over there. So that Belarus and Russia together. And keep this in mind, a couple of months back, you had the president of Belarus made that announcement, that doomsday warning to NATO, that if you keep on aiding and assisting the Ukrainians, it's going to be harsh consequences for that. Just like the Vladimir Putin, he made that announcement. He said that World War III nuclear warning to the Western countries and NATO if they approve this long-range missiles. That shows that it's only going to intensify over there in those areas. Hey, we just said the largest drone strikes from Ukraine, the large drone strikes and missile strikes from Russia on both sides. So, that Russia-Ukraine situation is only going to intensify. This has been the ever largest intensifying ever since the war had started over there in Ukraine, ever since February of 2022. But ever since then, that Russia-Ukraine situation has been intensifying. Same thing with the Israel Defense Force Lebanon situation, the resistance of the Palestinians versus the IDF. Just like same similar situation. Ever since October 7th, ever since this war started within the last year, on both sides of the Israel Defense Force and all the proxy groups, all of them together throughout that region over there in Western Asia, over there in the Red Sea or the Gulf of Aden, Arabia, they all teaming up together, going against the Israel Defense Force. Ever since October 7th, escalation's been heating up. It's going to continue to intensify more and more. Like I mentioned again, we had that large, I believe it's like 4 or 5 times of large barrage of missiles from the Israel Defense Force side. They've been constantly like 4 or 5 times launching like 100 missiles, 200 missiles, 300 missiles, 450 missiles, like 5 times already, you know. And then you've been seeing over there in Hezbollah as well too. As of yesterday, they fired the first phase of 100 missiles, 150 missiles. The third phase, 450 missiles on both sides. Hey, so that shows you that the escalations are definitely only going to intensify. And this is what we out here prophesying about, prophesying against great countries and great kings of war eating vessels, occupying the prophecies. Just like over there, like I mentioned again, what's taking place over there in the South China Sea, you know, it's only going to intensify. You're going to have China versus Taiwan. As we've been seeing on both sides of China been building up their military capability. You know, they've been building up their military capability. They've been firing off their missiles. They've been training, you know, as Taiwan and the United States have been monitoring China's every move. Over there, the immediate red line, not too far from the South China Sea. As they're getting closer and closer, they're even having warship planes that flying through over there. And then you have Russia that is flying their airplanes over there recently as well too. So, cause we, you know, it makes perfect sense because we've been seeing the lines been heating up between, you know, Russia and China as well too, of the ongoing tensions that they have against the Western countries, you know, which is against Japan and the United States and South Korea. So, hey, that shows you that it's only going to intensify, especially down there in the South China Sea, over there in the disputed territorial items. You know, even though they're trying to make resolutions to, I believe a news article that